Yep. Yeah, I definitely shouldn't have attacked their thing that last turn. Alright, what is this hand doing? So this is an even spell rogue deck that someone sent in. I've actually played this in a couple of matches off stream and it felt pretty reasonable. They're playing Druid. I think I want to just mulligan for some of my two. I'm just going to full mulligan for some of the 2-drops here. Yeah, it's kind of even Miracle Rogue. I guess you could call it Miracle Rogue because it's got the Auctioneers at the top end, but the fact that you've got a bunch of things that allow you to push extra spell damage has felt really powerful. Alright, so which is it? Is it putting up good stats, or does its win percentage fall off once you hit rank 5? So which is it? Both of those things can't be true. This card's actually pretty bad against Druid. I think we're just gonna play it out to cycle effectively, right? Yeah, I'm gonna play this turn, and then next turn we'll go coin 4-drop here, and then we can use this to add spell damage to the Strider.
The rage, it claims me.
It's interesting. It's really interesting. That seems like a really bad play, right? Because like I just get to trade in here now for like this thing that they know about. Getting Strider going ASAP is great. Although I drew the Elven Minstrel, put this towards Dice Factory. 10 out of 10 will do. Thank you for the bits. Alright, so probably Taunt Druid. So I can play. Kind of want to get this down as a 1/4, I think, just so they can't kill it with a swipe. And I'm going to go ahead and kill this and bump here. This deck's primary game plan is to kind of keep the board in check with your damage spells in the early game, and then assemble enough cards that add spell damage to like kill them with a burst of Razorpetals in the mid to late game. Spiteful Druid makes sense. It's been a while since I've seen Spiteful Druid. But you're definitely correct that all the cards they've played so far indicate Spiteful Druid. Razorpetal Volley is not bad. So this, these will do 2 damage currently. If I play this out, they'll do 3 damage. So I can play this here, and then I can prep this and get 2 Razorpetals, and then I can go 3 this, 3 this, and then 5 their face, plus activate my weapon.
Here we go.
You think I want to get the Minstrel going? I think I just want to clear their board and keep pushing damage to their face, because like we want to prioritize getting damage down early, so that way we can get them in range to burn them out in the mid to late game. Let's see if they're able to put other minions into play to make this too big to hit through. They probably want to use their hero power and like nug this potentially. That seems fine for us. So that's pretty good. This does 5 currently. This is 4 currently. So I could play this, and then I can backstep. Wow, yeah, this turn's fucking sick. So I can play this, and then I can combo here. Oh, I ordered my minions wrong. This should be here, so I could drop this in between. So I get to hit this for 5, and then I get to go ahead and kill this, and then I can nug this off with my hero power, and then I can smack them for 5 up top. What's going on, Tuckus? Howdy, howdy. It looks like they are spiteful, which means I don't have to worry about swipe killing this, which is nice. They could hero power kill this, though. I don't think we really give a shit about this. Yeah, spell damage does not stack on the same minion, so that's why ordering these was wrong, because if I put this in the middle here, I'm not going to get extra damage. This should have gone here, so I can put extra. Is that one good? How do we feel about that one? Is that one reasonable? I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I'm pretty sure I tried that before and it didn't, but maybe I'm misremembering. They hit the single best one. Otherwise, I would have put them deep in the ground this turn. They're still pretty far behind here. Sheep Shot's real good in this deck. And I'm at 22 here. Alright, we can try this next turn, but I'm pretty sure... You think it should stack? I thought it didn't stack last time I tried, but maybe I wasn't paying close enough attention. This is going to put them down pretty low if they want to kill this. Okay, that's a good one. They get to bump off another one of my minions here. And then I've only got 4 on board, so I just need to draw a spell that deals damage. A lot of things that are lethal here at the moment. Sure. You can't, Nivik. That's not it's not a legal target.
I got the best deals anywhere.
That's unfortunate. I guess I'm not dead on board, right? This is 12, 15, 19, 20. I actually am dead on board and I need to kill their things. That's super unfortunate.
A real stinker.
Ta-da!
Here we go.
We had Shiv. Shiv there was lethal. Sap was a good draw. Razorpetal Lasher was lethal. Eviscerate was lethal. Even Backstab was pretty good. Ooh, that's good. Oh, I guess that gains them 8, so that's not good for us. I was like, we can kill them through that now, but they just gained 8, so probably gain 5, so probably not. Yeah. Very dead. That was a close game. They, I think if they hadn't hit the 12-12 off of Spiteful Summoner, we would have been able to win that game with the cards that we had, just because the Echo spell would have cleaned out their board very nicely. But the fact that they hit the 12-12, then in conjunction, like, we didn't hit our lethal spell the turn that we needed to, just not quite enough.
Valera versus Rexar.
Let the hunt begin.
Watch your
I really like getting Strider going ASAP, but I'm mulligan these other two, looking for some cheaper cards here. The fact that, like, this is so efficient, your hero power as a 1 cost, is quite fantastic in this deck.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
This card's been a touch awkward at times. I guess a 2-3 for 2 is just, like, okay. But, like, I feel like I end up in a lot of situations like this where I'm like, do I play this on 2 or do I hold it for spell damage later? I think I'm supposed to play it on 2 in a lot of these matchups. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and play this out.
here we go.
No, you've had enough green water for now. You can have more in a little bit. It's not a bad draw. Attack with this first. Yep.
A real stinker.
Not gonna eviscerate them for 2 here, obviously. That's fine. So the explosive trap ultimately didn't matter there, right? Because they were gonna get that anyways. Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and hit this again, because next turn I'll get to go Strider plus Champ Power again. Let's see if they have traps here or not. What is this deck doing? It's kind of like even Miracle Rogue, but it's got a little bit more damage focus, so it can burn its opponent out from higher health totals in the mid to late game. I'm just gonna go ahead and attack into this. Like if it's a freezing trap or whatever, it's really not a big deal. Wandering Monster is like the best case scenario, and they only got a 1/4, so I think that's fine. They like got to up their weapon, which means they're gonna get to trade a weapon hit on here, but I think I'm okay with that overall. I think I've got 6 spider ambushes in my deck at this point. I mean, see, comments like that just aren't helpful, MTG and Basel. Like talking about things like that is just like, well, do I have a way to play around that? So like, why even talk about it? Like, there's no point in bringing it up, because like, if I don't have a line to play around it, it's like pointless in even talking about it. We're not even that dead to these wolves, right? Like, I hit a spider, I have a backstab plus my hero power, plus I can stack a cheap shot up here. Am I actually just gonna clean their board out here? I'm almost gonna clean their board out, so yeah, I'm just gonna give you a 10-minute timeout, because that's just annoying. Not only is it not helpful, but it's factually incorrect, because we're actually just fine. Actually, I'm just gonna do that and just clear these out almost completely. I've got double cheap shots. I'm just gonna spend this cheap shot killing the other one here, I think. They said we were very dead to 4 wolves next turn, which is obviously not the case. Limited is silly. The drafting portion is kind of interesting, but like the actual gameplay is not particularly compelling. Is this Unleash the Hounds here? They've already played through 2 explosive drafts. Oh, Rexar. That's pretty brutal. We're probably gonna need to hit some spells, some free spooters pretty soon here. Lifedrinker's not bad though. Let's just get a little bit of grind in here. They're down to 15, and then this puts them down to 14. And then along with this cheap shop and this sap, we could buy a lot of tempo. These zombies tend to be a little bit more on the expensive side. We're not going to grind our opponent out with card advantage. We'd really like to draw a auctioneer here, just because like we have the backstab. Yeah, but I mean, like, again, like, if they, like, again, I feel like a lot of TCG players just like, Declan, do you need help with something? Go toys on your on. If you need help, bring it here. I feel like a lot of TCG players like do that pretty consistently. It's like, well, this thing that you're talking about, it isn't helpful to talk about it, because if you can't play around it anyways, you shouldn't even have it on your radar. You should consider it, and then you're like, oh, I can't play around that, so you shouldn't even focus about it. And if they have it, do your best to play through it. All right, so what do I want to do here? I think I want to just play this, and I think I'm actually going to cheap shot this. I want to save this backstab in case we rip an auctioneer, I think, just because of like the potential that has with auctioneer. Maybe that's wrong though because of the zombies, but I feel like I have sap to tempo a zombies a little bit, so maybe I can get it under here. Like if they play a big zombie, so I get to sap it. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So getting pretty punished for having run out my... Getting pretty punished for having run out my,
Here we go.
my what's it called last turn. Pretty sure I've reset. Yes, that's actually just good life advice, right? Like, don't sweat the things that are outside of your control is basically what it comes down to. Just like, there's no point in dwelling on it. Being like, oh, I could never beat that. And it's like, well, if that happens, you can like think about it, or you could just concede, right? Like, move on with your life. I wonder what they crafted the first time. That's the second time they've used this, and they still haven't played a beast yet. That's pretty good. Most of the beasts are pretty good. All right, chat. So you're saying there's a chance. So you're saying there's a chance is what I'm hearing is there's a chance. Woo! Oh yeah! Look at it! Look at us go, chat. What do you think? Should we still be sad? Should I still be a really sad panda? I just can't win. I just can't win, right? I should concede. They played 4 wolves on turn 5. Was that a decent turn? Vote yes or no. Felt okay on this end. All right. They're gonna put up a fight here. They're bumping on through. Okay. Okay, they're that's annoying. So they've played 2 explosive traps. That could be a freezing trap potentially. Can I get an Can I get an Oh baby. Oh baby. They play rat trap. That's pretty uncommon. This is probably a wandering monster or a freezing trap. Let's find out. It's a freezing trap. Yep, that makes sense.
Here we go.
Alrighty. Are these auctioneers good? How do you feel about this auctioneer card? Seems okay. Ugh. Yeah, take your 4. Taste it. Taste it. Yep. The overlay doesn't do cards in hand. It's a limitation of the overlay. So I can do this into this into this, which seems pretty good. Oh, look, that's another plus spell damage. Oh, look, and then a thing that makes some spells that deal some damage. Shiv. Odoken. I'm playing in a Yu-Gi-Oh! Super Regional practice today because I lost a bet with my roommate. I haven't dropped a match. That's great. That's fantastic. Is this a calling? If they don't find a lifesteal rush here, we should be in a pretty good spot because like next turn we get to do this. We get to do this into this and then burn them out. Especially if they attack one of our things here with their hero power. Did you find a light? Ooh, chat a 4/4. Fuck, they found a lifesteal rush. Alright, so this is 2-8. Okay, so let's see if spell damage stacks. I don't think it does, but we'll find out. Actually, I don't even have to find out. They should just be dead here, right? Like I do this into this into this. Oh, that's not quite enough. They're only at 4. Huh. Alright, so I do... Wait, are they dead? No, wait, yeah, they're dead, right? I hit this. I have exactly lethal. I have a dagger. I figured it out. I caught myself. We did it. Yay! We did it. I would like to record to reflect I got there at the same time as chat. And we found lethal. This deck is sweet. I've actually played this one off stream a little bit after the person sent it in. And, I like this. I like this build a lot. Draws a lot of cards. It's got a lot of powerful reach at the end. Like a dead to wolves, right? Dead to turn 5/4 wolves. Can't win.
Valera versus Uther.
I will fight with honor.
Watch your back.
I'm more interested in a card game I don't even play than standard. What's going on, Sly? Thanks for the bits. I appreciate the support. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to full mulligan here. Mulliganing prep auctioneer feels a little bit medium, but these are all really slow against Paladin. I've got a bunch of cards that are like very reasonable against Paladin, so I think I'm just supposed to full mull there. Also, I guess maybe you could make the argument that I could keep that hand just because like our hero power is so good against Paladin. Our hero power is really fucking good against Paladin. Yeah, cheap shot is very, very good with spell damage. That's a pretty good start. The fact that this build doesn't get to play Fan of Knives sucks a small bit, but we're still pretty okay in this matchup. Is this deck better than regular Miracles? Last time we played regular Miracles, it felt pretty anemic, and I really like how this deck feels, but I am by no means a Hearthstone expert. So take my comments with a grain of salt, I think. I'm just gonna keep their board pretty clean here, I think. Maybe you could argue I could keep a Razorpetal to enable combo later. How has the Sensei's top ban affected this deck? Well, the Sensei's Divining top ban was a net win for everybody in the history of every game everywhere, so I can only assume it had a positive impact on this deck. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Everyone's having a good Saturday morning. These are viewer submitted deck lists. So just like we do in Magic, if you're interested in seeing me play one of your Hearthstone decks, you can check that out. The information on that at bit.ly/Google sellout. Just hanging out, maybe climb some ladder ranks. I would like to get to 5 again. It's like been my goal every season, is like get to 5. That's not a terrible draw. The square root of 169. Pimped up Monk with a 13-month resubscription. I do appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. So I think I hit this. And then I do this. And then I'm pretty sure we hold this to enable combo on the Minstrel next turn. It's on my YouTube channel. All the deck codes are in the video descriptions. See, I like playing mid-range decks in formats where they're not the best deck. Like I really like getting to play mid-range against aggro and against control, but like mid-range mirrors tend to suck on average a lot of the time. God, prep is great. Well, that just makes Auctioneer the play here, right? Because I'm gonna get to draw a bunch of cards. I'm gonna go Auctioneer, prep. Yeah, now we sap the Creeper. It'll cost 7 again. That's great. And then we sap here. And then if they want to trade into this, I'm gonna poke here. And then if they want to trade into this, this dies and this dies. I'm not gonna attack this in here, I don't think. Maybe that was a little bit aggressive to bump with my hero there. No, I don't like to play mid-range mirrors. Like, you can play, not playing the best deck has nothing to do with not playing mid-range mirrors when mid-range is the best deck, right? Because like, you can play, what's the best way to phrase this? You can play a not best deck mid-range deck in a format that's full of mid-range mirrors, and I still wouldn't find that interesting. I think we're kind of dead at this point. This Divine Shield on this fucking wall is just so brutal every time they hit it. Mid-range mirrors often come down to top deck wars, and like when everybody's just playing high quality cards, they just tend to feel pretty swingy, especially in a game that has like resource variance built into it. So like your mid-range mirrors are being like decided by resource flood and screw a lot of the time. Fell a little bit too behind there. We did an okay job of keeping their board in check, but when that maul hit the spell shield, we just weren't going to be able to keep keeping their board clean.
Valir versus Tyrande.
You give me strength. Watch your
Priest. Man, I haven't played a lot against a lot of priests this season. I think you almost never keep Auctioneer. I think you should almost always keep Strider, just 'cause, like, getting Strider going ASAP is good. I don't think Sap is probably very good here. God, that's good. This sounds great. Double Strider ASAP. I'm gonna run and close my window really quick. It's actually kind of cool out today. You want Cheerios? Chocolate Cheerios? What do you want, Declan? Do you want a snack too?
Curse into our strength.
What do you want? You want hot chicken? Okay, Dad will run and make snacks after this game.
here we go.
Yeah, Quest is the top played priest. That's the priest quest is the Deathcry quest, right? Yep. This matchup's probably tough. Although I guess we could probably position ourselves to one turn kill them. I actually played this matchup once before with this deck, and my opponent didn't realize that they weren't safe when they were at like 20, and I 20'd them in a turn. You want hot chicken? Declan likes to specify the temperature of things. So this is actually... That's kind of unfortunate. Do I just sap this so that way next turn I can go Backstab plus Elven Minstrel? I think that's what I'm gonna do here. I think I'm gonna sap this. It's just like way more resource efficient and it enables my combo next turn too. Like I don't have a good way to enable my combo if I just Backstab now. It does give them another death rattle for their quest, but I think that's worthwhile because like ideally we're like killing them under their quest. I guess if they have a way to kill this for 1 mana, we could get a little bit punished for waiting here. Although I guess we just get to Backstab plus Champ Power Poke this if they kill our guy. This turn will be pretty good for us. We get to go stab you, Elven Minstrel here, kill this, hit you for 1. And then we'll probably curve Striders out the next turn. We'll go Strider, Weapon, Smack. Lifedrinker is just a really good card. Just a really, really good card. That's annoying, but not the end of the world. Drawing a card that deals spell damage is great here, actually. Or a spell that deals damage is great, I should say. If we hit an Auctioneer, we're going to get to draw a buck ton of cards, which is great. And we'll probably want to draw that buck ton of cards after we get the other Strider down, so we have a bunch of 4/4s in our deck to draw too. They are 4 minions away from that still, which is nice. Well, I guess they could probably assemble that over the next couple of turns, especially if they have the card that resummons 2 Deathcry troops. Yeah, the bomb's a little annoying. Well, I guess I get to go bump plus hero power here. That's a... Can I kick this up 3 points? I can, right? I can go Spellshifter plus Ancient Mage. Let's find out if damage stacks, I guess. Yes, it does actually stack. All right. So kill you, hit you for 1. Was that a good turn? How do we feel about that turn? Felt okay. So we're at +4 spell damage right now. Of course, this can die. Yeah, that's annoying. That's pretty unfortunate. I guess double apple bomb's not the worst here because I get to kill them while they can't actually gain health. So I want to do this here. Obviously, we want to do this and hit here. I guess the question becomes, do I want to... I mean, they have to be able to, like, bounce their thing too, right? So the question is, do I want to clean off either of these? I don't think so.
Where am I?
I guess I could bump here and then 4 to get through the armor. I kind of like doing that. Like, this does leave them the ability to bump this into here, but that's okay, I think. Like, these are each worth 4, so I have +8 right now.
What is in Moon's will?
And again, just like chat just like consistently like playing terrified of them always having all of their best cards. Like, they have 18 cards in their deck still. They haven't even seen half their deck. You're talking about them having one-ofs. Like, if your opponent has the nuts and you can't beat their nuts, don't worry about them having their nut draw. It's okay. Yeah, the one-turn kill combos are sweet. There's a lot of bobbing and weaving and setting them up a lot of the time. That shuffle a copy of your opponent's deck into your deck. I guess that's actually pretty good with my Spider Bros being in my deck. Do I just sap this and like just start beating their face? Can I kill them this turn? Probably not. I can deal 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I can only 17 this turn. Rawif, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. And there's a lot of great people making a lot of great content on Twitch right now, so thanks for supporting mine this month. I think this is just cheap shot here. And then Lifedrinker smack you.
Here we go.
And then they'll go to 40 and we'll be able to, yep, that's really annoying. They'll go to 40 here, and then hopefully we'll be able to kill their thing. They wanted the golden copy. Of course, they played the card that shuffles my deck into their deck, so I guess there's a good chance that, like, they already had their golden copy, otherwise they probably wouldn't have been able to do that. But we'll see what their choices are. They could underestimate our DPS output again, and then we could kill them next turn, potentially. Especially if they leave this alive. Like, I guess they know about these Razor Petals technically, right? That's pretty good. That's an Eviscerate. So how much damage do I have here? I have... This only returns enemy minions, right? So I can deal 10, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I'm 3 short. That's unfortunate.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the game. If I would have drawn a spell damage guy this turn, we would have been able to kill them. We'd have plus enough here. I mean, do you think I'm supposed to trade into their 3-drop here? Like, I don't think I'm supposed to trade into their 3/3.
So much you suit.
Spell damage, spell damage, spell damage, spell damage. That's technically what I asked for, I guess. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, the opponent's been exceedingly greedy. I guess I'm just playing this. Although I guess if I just wait a turn and I hit another minion, I could kill them next turn. And I don't think I'm supposed to sap here. I think I'm just supposed to hang on to it for now. Would have drawn Auctioneer there, he probably would have killed them. I assume they're going to go to 40 this turn. Nope, that means they're not going to 40, right?
The light has betrayed me.
17 probably means we're dead. Auctioneer.
There once was a man from Gilneas. I got the best deals anywhere.
Alright.
Here we go.
Let's see if they continue being greedy and don't go to 40. They have to go to 40 on this board, right? Wow, they're so fucking greedy. Holy shit, are they dead? Please tell me they're dead. So this is plus 1 spell damage. This is plus another spell damage. So then that makes this 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is 2, 2. Yeah, I'm short. Definitely short.
Too soon.
Knight with the $20 donation. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. 2, 4, 6. I'm just gonna hit this and pass.
You are safe now.
Yep. Yeah, I think I needed them to be greedy for one more turn. I can clean their board out here though, right? And then maybe play through. I only have 11 cards in my deck though. What was the donation message there? Stupid thing needs to log in. Jeff just got here. Sorry for talking about already. Can you better explain your thought test around your hotter take tweet? Just want to understand it better. Donations for the great content. Someone was complaining that their constructed record. I think we're just in here. Someone was complaining at the Pro Tour that their constructed record was less than ideal, and they were like blaming in part of their constructed record being worse because the PT shared their deck list basically. And I'm a big fan of saying that like that's horse shit and the data should be available anyways. So like they blamed the deck list being public for part of the reason why they had a poor performance in constructed. And basically I was saying that Sure, if you wanted to hide them for round 1, or honestly, like, the way Hearthstone does it is quite excellent. Hearthstone just has public deck list, period, and that's just a fact that everybody knows it's a fact. Like, the way Hearthstone approaches it is A+ fantastic. Well, that is, that's pretty good. That means I can drop this and make this do 3. Yeah, and my response to that complaint is all of the deck list should be public all of the time. Is basically my TLDR for that complaint. I think I just ignore this for now, and I send these upstairs for the time being, and then next turn I'll go Auctioneer plus Razorpetal and start drawing some cards. Like I've got 2 Shivs, an Eviscerate, I've got a Cheap Shot and a Prep left in my deck. I guess I'm gonna burn through my deck and not have enough damage to deal. I probably just can't kill them at this point. We'll see though, we'll give it the college best here, to say the least. You could maybe make an argument for just mowing this down last turn so I could keep my 4/4s around. Because like I could have like bumped my 2/3 plus Razorpetal into this, but I kind of want to draw a card with this Razorpetal off the Auctioneer.
Darkness speaks to me.
And like from a pure player perspective, sure, I can see from a player perspective like wanting your deck list to be hidden, but guess what? The Pro Tour is a promotional event. It's supposed to be there to promote Magic the Gathering. So like, sorry you don't like your deck list being public, but like guess what? The event's not about you. The event's about the people watching the tournament. Yeah, I'm gonna concede here and play one more with this deck. Yeah, the Pro Tour is Magic's largest tournament. It has about $40,000 cash prize to first and like various other cash prizes down to like top 64 or 75 or something like that. I'm gonna play one more here and then I'm gonna take like a 2-minute break and run upstairs and make food for the kids. What else do I have? I have a donation for Shutterwalk. Yeah, we'll play some Shutterwalk after this. That deck's a hoot.
I must protect the wild.
Watch your...
They need to clearly establish which is the more important thing and then work with that. I have bad news for you, Bushy. Maybe you don't understand this, but all tournaments are promotional events. They're made to promote the game. Having big name players are there to promote these card games. Same thing with Hearthstone tournaments. Hearthstone tournaments are promotional events. It's just Blizzard doesn't have their head up their anus, and they understand that they're promotional events, so they do things like require deck lists from their players.
Here we go.
I don't know. I think a lot of the decks that have issues were like be kind of abusive under a partial mulligan system in Magic are only that way because they're like degenerate decks that probably shouldn't be legal in formats like Modern anyways. So you have 7 cards in hand. So we'll go up to 8. We'll go down to 7, down to 6. We'll go Coin Minstrel next turn. Their start's really slow here. I think Coin Minstrel is more important than getting Strider going this turn just because I want to get this combo off. So this card is, for those of you that are new to Hearthstone, this card is a mechanic called Combo, which means it does something extra if it's the second or further card I've played in a turn. So if I play it later after I've already played something else. Things like that look no numbers. They're just silly. They're like there are a lot of effort to put together. They won't be popular, and they don't statistically provide anything meaningful in terms of like the results that they provide. Prof DDR, thank you for the bits. I'm glad you've been enjoying Hearthstone. I've been enjoying it too. It does raise the skill ceiling. The partial mulligans are very, very skill intensive. Much more so. Magic is terrified of change. You have to remember that Magic the Gathering is a game where they still use the same tournament structures for these large tournaments that we have today that they used, 2 decades ago with much smaller tournaments. They are change is terrifying and scary to people. So I think I want to put plus spell damage here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this Razorpetal Lasher in, and then I'm going to put my Fisherman here, I think, and give it plus spell damage. So I'm going to send this here, and then I'll hit this. And then next turn, we can actually push a lot of damage, right? Because next turn, I can go drop this, and then go Petal for 4 each, and then I can prep a Shiv for 4 as well. So I got like 12 points of reach next turn, potentially, if they don't clean my board out. We'll see what they do here. Like, even Spreading Plague isn't that bad for us, just with how much reach we have. Branching Paths, if they don't gain 12 here, they're gonna gain 12? This is smart. Gaining 12 is good here. Being very conservative. Gaining 6, okay. Okay. You have Oaken Summons as well? You do not, okay. They have deal 1, they're gonna like tap my Razorpetal plus deal 1 to it maybe. Naturalize, sure. Oh, is this actually gonna overfill my hand? It is. That's, fuck, I lost my Auctioneer. That sucks. All right, I guess I'm gonna go poke, and then I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna go ahead and do my burst damage this turn, I think.
Here we go.
Yeah, the arena statement that they made about their economy was just so savagely comical. The fact that they're a turn off of UI here is pretty great for us. So unless they have another branching path, they can't gain it. So they need branching path or Oaken Summons here. So Nivik, I actually think that focusing on tournament play is just silly in general. Yeah, you're super fucking dead, opponent. Oh, Dalkin. I honestly think if Magic wants to up its game as an esport, they probably need to be more exclusive with the tournaments. Like, especially if they want to promote their game to be like a game where they have professionals that can live playing Magic the Gathering. The only way for them to really do that is by making these tournaments more exclusive and making it able to get in consistently as a higher level player to support a smaller subset of players that can actually live professionally. Yeah, tournaments with, exactly, it's harder to follow with coverage. The fact that the Hearthstone tournaments are smaller and more exclusive makes it very easier to get invested in the players that are going on. Yeah. Yep. So like having like I've even said this for years, like Grand Prix have kind of snowballed out of control in terms of the attendance that they have. Like the best way to fix the Grand Prix system is that they shouldn't be open tournaments. Like those GPTs that they used to have, you should probably have to qualify to play in a Grand Prix, and then like you could have your Grand Prix feed into smaller, more exclusive Pro Tours. Basically, like those Pro Tours could be your bigger events. Basically, like those, like, could you imagine if the Pro Tours were more similarly structured to Worlds? Like how Magic Worlds is, that tournament they have once per year. If Pro Tours are structured more like that, I think you'd have a lot more compelling coverage stuff, and the players that are getting into those more exclusive Pro Tours, you'd actually be able to reasonably assume the amount of money you're getting, and those players would be able to live professionally as Magic players instead of making the pittance that they do now. Not every tournament, but like if every Pro Tour was like World. So if you had, 4 really exclusive tournaments every year that were small player tournaments that had guaranteed payouts for the players that they could plan for and live off of. Yeah. So the Pro Tour is split, limited, and constructed. So I'm going to play another Hearthstone deck here in a minute. I'll put it up on screen here. I'm going to play some Shutterwalk here, which is actually a total hoot of